Hi, welcome back. On this episode, we're going to do an oil change on a 97 Chevy half-ton two-wheel drive with the 4.3 in it, which would be the 6-cylinder. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button, and check me out on Instagram and Facebook at Clara Garage. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so I always like to do my oil changes hot. So I just went for a nice car ride, engines up to temp. And I just shut it off a couple minutes ago, changed to my jumpsuit, and here we are. So we're going to go underneath and take the oil drain plug out and loosen off the filter and get that off as well. The oil drain plug is a 15 mil. And then for our oil filter, it's a PH3980. And I'm running 1030 synthetic in this truck. I've had this truck since I was 19. I'm 35 now. So I've had it for about 16 years. When I first got it, I was running synthetic in it. So I've just always run the synthetic. Alright, let's go underneath and get that oil plug out. Alright, so when you're underneath here, keep in mind that your exhaust and everything is going to be hot. Because we just had it for a ride, so make sure you don't burn yourself. And we're on the left side of the truck. So this will be the left side of the oil pan, and here is our oil drain plug. And then right up above it is the oil filter. We're just going to get on there and then break it free. Alright, that's broke free, and now we should be able to just unscrew it by hand. Alright, we got our oil pan underneath, and we should be able to just unscrew this by hand. Keep in mind the oil is going to shoot out hard to the one side, so have your oil pan more towards the one side of the truck. And now it's draining. Alright, we got our drain plug out. Oil is draining. We're going to try to loosen off our oil filter. So that's loose. And it's going to drip a little bit, so we'll just let it drip. And we'll take the fill cap off the top. And let it drain for a little bit. So left side of the engine, here is our drain plug, or our fill plug. So we're going to unscrew that. And that'll help to let everything run out. And then good thing to always check is look inside your cap for moisture. If you have a lot of moisture in there, or if your oil is milky coming out, you have your coolant getting into your oil. So that looks good and dry. So we're good there. Alright, I'm going to let that drain for probably 10 or 15 minutes just to make sure everything comes out. I'm not in a big rush. I'm actually probably going to change the air filter and do another video while that's draining. And then we'll come back and we'll put the plugs in, put some oil in, and we should be good to go. Alright, we're back underneath the truck. We're going to take our oil filter right off. Then we'll get that out of the way. Alright, while we're down here, we want to make sure that there's no dirt or debris where the oil filter goes, and same with the drain plug. So we're just going to wipe those up, make sure that the old gasket didn't stick on where the oil filter goes, otherwise you'll end up having a leak. So we're going to wipe this stuff up, and then we're going to get ready to start filling it back up with oil. So we're just wiping up the excess and giving a quick visual, make sure there's no dirt. Don't see any issues or anything. Everything looks nice and open where there's oil fill holes for the in and outs. And then same thing with the oil plug, just making sure it's clean. That's going to keep dripping a bit, but that's okay. And then on our oil plugs, the tip of them are magnetic, so we can see how much metal shavings are in our engine. It's normal for there to be a bit. So that's probably about normal there. Whenever your engine's running, you're always losing a little bit of metal just from your pistons and everything going up and down. No matter what you do, you'll always find just a little bit in there. So could be a little bit better, but I'm not overly concerned considering the age of the truck. So it'll be okay, but if you have any big chunks or if you have a lot on there, definitely something to keep note of. Alright, next thing I like to do is grab my new oil filter. When we grab our new filter, we always want to make sure that this rubber gasket is intact and looking good. And then I like to pre-fill my filter. Even on the vehicles where your filter is sideways, I always still try to get a little bit of oil in them. But when they're, like this truck for example, where the oil filter is sitting vertical, you can fill it right to the top, and then you just gotta be careful when you screw it on. And it's already full of oil, so that means that your truck will get lubrication that much quicker, versus if it has to fill up the whole oil filter. If you have it pre-filled, it will reduce the time of filling the filter and get your oil pumping through the engine quicker. Alright, so when you pour, you want to hold your container sideways. If you hold it like this and pour like that, it will glug, glug, glug and spill everywhere. But if you keep the opening up a little bit higher than the rest of the container and pour it over, you don't get an airlock and it won't glug, and you'll get a nice smooth pour. So we'll start pouring some in. Ideally we're aiming for the opening. Then when it comes up, it'll settle down, and then we can add some more in. Alright, and now with the oil that's sitting on the top, we're going to take some of that, dab our finger in it, and we're going to put some oil on the gasket. This helps prevents it from getting tore or sticking when you screw it on. Some manuals tell you to do this, some manuals don't. I always do this on all my stuff just to ensure that that gasket doesn't stick and goes on properly. So now we're good to go back underneath the truck. We're going to get our filter on, we're going to get our drain plug in, and then we're able to start dumping oil back in the engine and get ready to go. Alright, so now we're going to carefully go up, find the threads, and then get it on. You don't want to over tighten this, you just want to go snug. If you go too tight, you'll have a very hard time getting it off after. That feels good right about there. And we'll give the drain plug a little wipe. And now we can put our fill plug back, or our drain plug back in. Grab our ratchet. And we'll tighten this up. We don't want to reef on it, but we want to make sure that it's snug. We don't want it to come out while we're driving. That feels pretty good there. And now we can go topside. So now we're going to grab a filter. We're going to put it in, and we're going to fill this up with oil. So this wasn't a full jug when I started. I bought an extra liter. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. I'm going to be pretty close. I might have to go get a little bit more oil. But I'm hoping I have at least enough in here that I'm able to drive it to go get oil. And I gotta pick the kid up from daycare in a couple hours. Otherwise, if there's not enough in here, I'll just jump on the bike and go grab a little bit more oil if I need some, but I think I'm gonna be okay. So I usually try to find a spot where the container balances, and I'll just let it sit for a few minutes. And while that's draining the rest of it out, I'm just going to pull the dipstick out and check it, see if there's anything on the dipstick. And when you have clean oil, it's hard to see sometimes if there's anything on the dipstick. You'll have to touch your finger on it. It's really hard to tell. So looking at this, it looks like I'm right at the add line, or just on the bottom of the dipstick. So when I dump in my full liter that I bought, that should bring me to somewhere around 1/3 of the way up the dipstick. Because typically the dipstick from the add to the full. So when you're looking at a dipstick, wait. So when you're looking at the dipstick there, I'm not sure if you can see, but it says add, and then it's kind of checkered, and then it has its full operating range. And usually that range is a liter of oil. So usually, you know, if you're at the bottom, you need to dump a liter in. If you're halfway, you need to dump half a liter in. That's a general rule of thumb. So we're going to dump the other liter in that I have, and we'll see where that brings us. Alright, so we're going to dump this full liter in, because we know we're going to be less, we're going to need more than a liter to get it right to the full mark. Alright, we're going to check our dipstick. So first we're going to give it a wipe off, and then we'll recheck it. So we're right about 1/3 of the way up. Not sure if you can see, we're right about there. So we know that we're going to need about 2/3 of a liter to fill this up. So when I'm out and about, I'll pick up another liter and top it up where it needs to be. So now that we have oil up above the minimum operating range, we're going to put our oil filler cap back on, and we're going to fire up the truck. We're going to let it run for 30 seconds to a minute, shut it down, and then we're going to let it sit for about another 30 seconds just for all the oil to run down level. And then we're going to recheck our level, and that will give us a more true reading. Theoretically, our oil level should drop a little bit because it's going to fill up any voids in the engine that had drained out, and it will also fill up our oil filter. And filling that up, though we know the oil filter is probably going to take at least another 1/4 liter probably, so we should be dropping down a little bit on the dipstick. Alright, let's crank her up. Oh, and when we crank it, when you turn it over and the truck starts up, you want to look at your oil pressure gauge, and within a few seconds that oil pressure gauge should come up. You'll probably have a few seconds where it'll stay down until oil hits the pressure gauge. So it'll have a little bit of a few seconds where it's going to be probably reading no oil pressure, and then once it hits the pressure switch, it should pick up and give you a reading. Alright, that should have been running long enough. We'll let it sit for a minute, and then we'll check our final level. One thing to note, these trucks call for 530 on the oil fill cap, and that'd be conventional oil. Running synthetic, you're able to run 1030. Running full synthetic, you should be able to run 1030, and you should have the same starting capabilities in the cold, because the synthetic is a little bit thinner. Alright, let's check our level. So it's going to be really hard to see, but we're just a little bit above the add line. So it's going to take almost a full liter. It'll probably take about 900 milliliters to fill it all the way up. But I have enough in it where I can safely drive it to go to the store and get some more oil. And I'll just buy 1 liter, top it up, and then I'll be good to go. And it's always a good idea a day or two later or a week later after you've driven it a little bit to double check again. And you should always periodically check it every time you put gas in it. It's always a good idea to check your oil, or at least once a month at the bare minimum. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button. And check me on Instagram and Facebook at Clara Garage. Have a great night.